What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Thursday. Got a three-game slate here tonight. Definitely not a huge size slate, and we have one game that could definitely be a blowout on it. So it is a little bit tough, but there's still some good values and some good plays, I believe. So I got six of my favorite plays in the slate. My money's six. And before we get going, if you could drop a like in the video, that'd be greatly appreciated. It really helps me out, so thank you if you could do that. And let's hop right into it. So first up, I'm going to go with Joel Embiid. I'm assuming he's playing. The news was before that they were holding him out for load management on their away trip. But now they're back home in Philly, so I'm assuming he's playing. There hasn't been a clear word on it yet, but it sounds like he is. So going against Milwaukee here, they haven't been very good against centers recently. They've been kind of ranked in the bottom half over the last 10 games or so. And Embiid went absolutely off against them last time. He dropped a 40 and 15, good for 78 DraftKings points. So really good stuff there. He had been playing really well before he got rested over those last few games. 75 and 74, two out of the last four games as well, against Brooklyn and Boston. So in this matchup against Milwaukee, it is could be a playoff preview. Two really solid teams in the East, two of the top three seeds. So I would expect Embiid to go full force here. Giannis has came out and criticized him, saying that he's pretty much a little bit too cocky. So maybe Embiid uses that as a little fuel as well in this matchup. And it's a pretty solid price tag at 10,200 if he does play his normal amount of minutes. Obviously, that's a concern. But with the three-game slate, it's really tough to get picky here. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. His upside is really good. And for my second guy, I'm going to go with De'Aaron Fox here at 7,200. Coming off a really bad game against Houston, but he was struggling with his shot, so he didn't play nearly as many minutes. And then they got blown out by 25 points. So that was kind of just a bad combination of things. But before these last few games, he had a really good stretch, 49, 58, and 43 game stretch. 42, 46. So if most of the games before this bad two-game stretch against the Spurs and Houston, which kind of are tough matchups for him, slower paced games, not really good paced games. But going against Cleveland here, they really struggle against point guards. We saw him go off for 30 and 12 against them, good for 59 DraftKings points earlier this year in just 29 minutes. So he was super efficient there. Going against Colin Sexton, a guy that really pushed the tempo as well. So it is a good matchup there, I would say, for your De'Aaron Fox. And we're getting him at a discount here at 7,200. So I really like him to fill it up and bounce back here in this good matchup. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second guy. Then I'm going to go with Marvin Bagley here at 6,400. His price has dropped down considerably over the last two games. It was at 7,100, then 6,700, now down to 6,400. And this is a really good matchup. Cleveland struggle down low defense against centers primarily, and Bagley pretty much is that center / power forward off the bench, and he has been getting some consistent minutes. What you want to see, 28 minutes per game the last three. And that's enough minutes for him to do damage in this matchup, I would say, against Cleveland. I think he can give us some really good upside. Again, he's really active on the court. I mean, just in 28 minutes, he put up 18 and 20 shots the last two games. So going against Cleveland, I think he can get it done and give us some really good upside if he gets hot off the bench. A nice pairing with De'Aaron Fox. Hopefully Fox carries the first load or the first rotation, and then Bagley can really carry the bench. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my third guy. Then I'm going to go with Nance Jr. I'm assuming K-Love is out. We haven't gotten an official word on it yet. Obviously, if K-Love is playing, then I wouldn't be on Nance. I will tweet out a pivot. But as of right now, if K-Love is out, then Nance should be able to draw the start and get around 30 minutes again here. And a good matchup going against the Kings. And Nance can really fill it up, as we've seen when K-Love has been out. Nearly a double-double in his last three games. Only 5 and 9 points of the last two, but he did get double-digit rebounds the last three. I think he can score a little bit better in this matchup as well to be able to get that double-double and hopefully get a few defensive stats as well. So at 6,300, not a great price, but we all know that Nance has that upside to return a good amount of value as he really can fill it up. So he could get us over 35 to 40 DraftKings points. It is a pace uptick, a scoring uptick for this Cavs lineup if they can keep up with the Kings. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my fourth guy. I'm going to go with Jordan Clarkson that same game. Like I said, K-Love is out. They're going to need some scoring, especially from a guy like Jordan Clarkson, who is pretty much their best scorer alongside K-Love. Been scoring pretty well recently, 20, 26, 18, 19, 20. Like, really good scoring lines the last few games. And playing some consistent minutes when he does get going. So I think they're going to need him off the bench here in this game against the Kings. I could see the Kings getting up in their first kind of starting lineup against the Cavs, and then Clarkson coming in, catching fire, and then playing some more minutes off the bench, hopefully close to 30 minutes in this spot. So 5,700, really good spot for him without K-Love. Faster paced game against the Kings that really kind of feed point guards and shooting guards some DraftKings points anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my fifth guy. And for my value guy, we're going to take a chance on Quinn Cook. We got Sean Livingston out of this game, so there's no backup point guard instead of Quinn Cook. And the Warriors should be able to blow out the Lakers this game. I'm hoping they do. They're 13-point favorites. And the Lakers, I mean, they're without like their whole entire starting lineup from the beginning of the year. Lonzo Ball is still out. LeBron is out. Kuzma highly questionable. Ingram is out. So I don't really see how they keep up with the Warriors in this game. And the Warriors, they probably want to be resting up for the playoffs, not really going 4 quarters with the Lakers team. So I could see him getting up big after 3 quarters. Quinn Cook plays the majority, if not all, of the fourth quarter. And at 3,200, really good upside if that is the case to give us some good scoring off the bench for the Warriors. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my final guy. That gives us a ton of value, gets us up to 5,500 remaining per player. So I hope you enjoyed the plays. You got De'Aaron Fox, Clarkson, Bagley, Embiid, Quinn Cook, and Nance. Some really good upside across the board. So good luck on the slate. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to continue to get these NBA plays, and we'll see you back here again next time.